Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 3,000 point game I had with my orcs against some dark elves led by Hellebron. Here's my first picture here, just showing our generals facing off. My opponent was using Lilith from the Dark Eldar to be as Hellebron, but unfortunately, as soon as we took this picture, pretty much right after, she broke. So from this point on, it's just going to be the black base. And on my side, I have my newly created and painted model for Gandork, my war boss of the wizard hat. So we'll see how he does against this killing machine of the Dark Elves. So the battle we got was this meeting engagement one, the one where it's a diagonal deployment, and then you have some things that start on reserve if you roll a 1 for them. I had 3 things in reserve. I had a big horde of orcs, I had a big unit of 50 night goblins, I had my bunker, and I had my doom diver. And on her side, she's going to have some witch elves that are going to be coming in late, her spear elves, and also her level 4 sorceress, or supreme sorceress, is also going to be coming in late. Looking at what some of this terrain is, the stuff on the left, that's the bloodwood, and the stuff on the right is the wildwood. The rest of it is just buildings and barricades and stuff, nothing really important. My stuff from left to right, I have my 1 orc horde, I have my 4 spear chekkas, all the chariots in the front, that's 3 boar chariots and 2 wolf ones, my 50 night goblins, and in there is my level 4 night goblin shaman, my black orc BSB, and then in Gandork I have my unit of 5 squig herds, and then another unit of the 50 night goblins. And in both these units of night goblins, I have 3 night goblin heroes with great weapons in each. Up front there, I also have my spiders, which are vanguarded up, and also my wolves. And then on her side, she has the 2 repeater cross bolt throwers on the left side there by that swamp, a big corsair horde, some crossbowmen, some witches, and as I said, that 1 plain black base is Hellebron. There's a hag with a cauldron, a hydra, about 20 executioners, and then there's the BSB hag in there with the Always Strikes First banner, some more crossbowmen, and then some more witches on the right side. My thoughts going into this, I had deployed first, and then on a 2+, I was going to get a first turn, so I deployed this way knowing that she would have to deploy farther back or else I'd smash her with my chariots, and that's exactly what she did. I planned to run past her with my fast cat to go after her war machines, but unfortunately the war machines were on the left side, so they'd just be doing some annoyance duties. And then otherwise, the lore that I got with my wizard hat was the lore of life, and I got the Throne of Vines and also the Skin to Stone. So that was going to be fairly helpful, I thought, making it almost impossible for her to hurt me. And so overall, I know that my horde is kind of even with her corsair horde, so I thought with my plus toughness, I'll easily win there. My chariots will go and tag team one of those units and crush them, and then past that, I'm just going to have more units to her in order to just swamp her and break her down. Alright, so we start off with absolute disaster. First of all, she rolled the 6 or whatever to steal the initiative from me, so she got first turn, and then she rolled really far for her charge distance, so that my horde is going to fight not only the Corsair horde, but also Hellebron's witch elves. So this combat's just going to be a slaughter. Her witches on the right side had charged my wolves, and I fled and got away. Between magic and shooting, the spiders were wiped out, and then the cauldron was trying to rush after her big units here on the left, while the hydra is there to guard it, and otherwise, her other backup units are just coming on the board, and her 1 corsair unit didn't manage to go off the board with the overrun, while Hellebron hid into the spear chekka. So yeah, right up from the beginning here, things are looking very bad for my orcs. My turn 1 though, I hit back hard. I throw 2 chariots into the cauldron and 3 chariots into the hydra. And from this unfortunately blurred picture, you can see what happened is that I brought in my other horde, swung it around, used Hand of Gork to throw it into the rear of the horde of Corsairs, beat them, let them run off the board, and I just reformed the face her witches. My bunker came on, my characters ran to it, and then that Night Goblin unit is facing to look at them. I have my Night Goblins on the left making a break for the war machines. I destroyed the cauldron, but I just broke even with the Hydra. The Hydra's is too deadly, and I just have it tied down now with 1 chariot. So that was pretty rough. I'm keeping it back, but it was at a high cost. From this side, you can see my bunker there and how I came back. I'm pushing up a little bit harder on that right side with that other horde, because I figure with all my characters I can easily beat their ones there, those witches. So I'm just trying to push hard so I can maybe fight all my way to those spear elves and kill that sorceress so that I really dominate the magic phase. But actually it turned out that I would anyway, because in this first turn I forgot to say that she miscast and lost 3 wizard levels. So right now she only has a level 1 to my level 4. So even though I took a big hit here, my magic phase is going to be stronger. Alright, so now we're at Dark Elves turn 2, and it's another harsh turn. Of course the Hydra beats me in combat. He kind of shoots up my one horde there, but as you see, she charged Hellebron into my Night Goblins there, and even though I was re-rollable stubborn 9, I failed both tests and got ran down. And another thing that was interesting about that fight is that I had that Flesh to Stone on that unit too, but even though I was toughness 7 and I had netted them, Hellebron still wounded me on a 2+. And another thing that was becoming evident here is that it doesn't matter what your toughness is, because these witch elves have poison, so that's something I didn't really account for. And then to continue the bad news, her witches charged my other unit on the right side here and killed so many that I was now out of range for my general BSB, and so I broke, and luckily over here I got away. But wow, this game is turning into a debacle pretty quick, and I'm starting to wonder if I can even keep it to a tie. My turn 2, I have my Night Goblins charged on one bolt thrower, defeat it, overrun to the next one. The Wolf Chariot hits the crossbowmen, beat them but they get away, and my Board Chariot charges the unit of crossbowmen that was up there, beats them and runs them off the board. The horde swift reforms and start heading up to the Hydra. I tried doing some damage with shooting, but everything fails to hit or wound. So right now I did with my chariot charge a few wounds with that, so if my horde can just do a couple more, the Hydra's dead. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to do my best at this point. On this side, the Night Goblins rallied, and I Hand of Gorked them into Hellebruns, just trying to do more damage. I am bringing her unit down, but man, she's just killing so many. You can also see that my wolves finally rallied, so that's going to help a bit. Dark Elves turn 3. The crossbowmen fail to rally, keep on running. I fail to destroy that War Machine in combat, and he rolled Insane Courage, and that's really bad because now the Executioners are hunting me down, and I already know, being out of range of my general and thing, and they have no characters to support them, that whole horde is doomed. The Hydra charged me, beat me by 1. I failed my break test, and luckily I got away, but yeah, it's just bad news it seems. And I also, my Squig herd got shut up, and I lost mainly Squig, so now they're fairly ineffective, so that I know if I go up and I fight those spears, I'm screwed. And on this side, yeah, sorry again for the pictures. I thought I'd taken better pictures than this, but anyway, you can see here that the witches charged, flanked my unit here to help Hellebron. I lost a ton of models, and so many that I wasn't steadfast anymore, got run down, and now my bunker is facing 2 Witch Elf units and one of them with Hellebron. So if I don't pull out something magical here, the game's over. Orcs turn 3, my Wolf Chariot just goes and pushes the crossbowmen off the board while my Board Chariot comes back on, and my Night Goblins beat that one War Machine and then just reform to die. And on this side, I did have my miracle. I charged my bunker into the right unit and then shot Hellebron's unit with everything. Remember, she was fairly reduced, and I was able to not only kill the Hydra with shooting. By the way, those 50 orcs ran off the board. But then after I killed all her supporting witches with shooting, I put a Doom Diver on her head to kill her. So wow, that really helped. But then in this combat where I thought my bunker would do well, it's just all those attacks, and those are just Night Goblin archers. I just got slaughtered. So I actually lost combat and only held because I was steadfast. So I really need that BSB and my war boss to start adding up the kills, or else I'll be in trouble. And so that's it for this video. I'll cover the last 3 turns in the next one. See you then. Bye.